Hey
Let me know when
everybody!
to.
This is the a monumental AMA. The AMA after Tranche 5 has closed. Phase 1 has closed. Glad to see everybody here. Glad to see a lot of the just last minute transactions and mints that went down, especially the person who minted that final NFT that got it to 120 and kind of fixed my OCD. A big
Yeah,
thanks to you guys. Big thanks to all of you who participated in our project. I all the frustration and the difficulties aside in just dealing with people who don't want to read and people who can't be bothered to try to educate themselves. I really got a chance to meet a lot of just intelligent, enlightened people, and I feel so lucky to have met all of you guys and to be working with you and to become friends with you. Sakib, give your 2 cents.
yeah, yeah. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone for your support and for believing in us. We hope that we have we've basically under promised and over delivered, which is what we wanted to do from the beginning. And we wanted to set ourselves apart and be the example. And I hope that we've shown that. Um, what happens in the future, we don't know yet, but for now, I just wanted to say thank you for everyone that supported us and believed in us, and we will make you guys get into Bitcoin mining as soon as possible. So yeah, just wanted to say thank you.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. Dark Lord is saying anyone speaks. Are you having trouble hearing our
Okay,
audio?
is everyone else being able to hear us? Okay,
Can everyone else hear us? If you can't hear us, please say something in the comments. Okay.
okay, Zulu mine. So
Okay,
that would
loud and
be Dark
clear. Very
Lord.
good. All right. As usual, we'd like to start off by giving the payouts, the work that the miners have been doing all this week. We had a little bit of downtime today as I migrated the switches and the internet and the computer on site to a UPS. If you guys don't know what that is, it's not the United Postal Service. It's an uninterruptible power supply. So it will maintain access, at least internet access and network access to the site for roughly 30 minutes if the power goes offline. And it's just good practices to have. In case we get an alert that the power is off, we will have an opportunity to go in and shut things down softly. So when the power does restore, it doesn't do a jolt to everything, which can happen. It's not really a big thing for our particular project site because there's not a whole lot of power being used there. But you can imagine with 10 megawatts, 20 megawatts, 50 megawatts, that could be quite a jolt and quite a shock to the electrical system when it comes back online. So we've got that taken care of for you guys. And also the security camera system as well. If someone were just to
Yeah.
happen to cut power to the site, the security camera system will also continue to operate and work for at least 30 minutes, recording whatever deed. Don't you guys get any ideas now? You're going to shut off the power and then just wait for 30 minutes until until the cameras go down. Don't get any ideas. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into getting you guys paid. And Sakib, you're saying the mempool is the way to go?
It says that the mempool should clear every few hours. The fixed fee is kind of like it's kind of fixed, but it says that the mempool should be okay. Now, it really depends on the situation. I know Bitcoin right now is kind of on a tear, and
It is, and it's
you know,
saying that the fees right now would be $287 to do it within 10 blocks. Um, should we do the mempool then? Because that is the cheapest.
um, that is the cheapest, but I also don't want to be in a situation like we were last time
Yeah,
where
I definitely
a
don't want the
transaction goes.
transaction stuck. You're saying how many satoshis per byte is what's going through the system now? What is the
About 200 to about 200 sats per byte.
Okay, so with the mempool, it's saying 53.9 sats per byte. If I go to the ETA, 209 sats per byte. Says it'll get it done within 10 blocks, but that's pretty steep.
Yeah, I'm seeing 205 sats per byte is what's really going through right now.
Should we try the
I mean,
mempool option? I'm still not quite clear on what the mempool. How does that
well,
work?
here, let me just share this real quick.
Okay, let's
And so
share a
others
screen.
also.
Yes, let
Okay, you
me.
want me to share my screen?
I'll pull it up and share it. So here we go.
Okay,
We'll
perfect.
yeah, go ahead and visit this site, and it should load up, and I'll go ahead and change the screen here. So is the mempool like a different? Okay, so this is 45 Satoshi. So is it like a different chain to do the?
No, no, you're basically in line. You're going to be in line with others, waiting for, waiting for it to clear. So once their transaction clears, your transaction clears as well. But according to mempool.space, if
Mm-hmm.
you've opened up the site, it says average block time is 9.8 minutes. I'm seeing around, some are 100 sats per byte, some are 205 sats per byte. The ones that are waiting, I'm seeing around 45, 40, 35, 37. So 46 sats per VB is supposed to clear in 10 minutes.
Okay, so I will just do the maximum fee on that because the maximum fee for mempool. Oh wow, that jumped to $344. Okay. At
Wow.
76.4 sats per byte, that's $105 in fees. Let's do 56.
Sure.
Okay, and then I'm going to go to preview. And let me give you the fee, Sakib. Oh, I think you can see it on here.
Please.
It's um, a fee of 0.00209 BTC.
0.00209,718 BTC.
Correct. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sign this. And hopefully this will get going through just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and send this to the ledger, and I have to unlock the ledger again. Just a second, guys. So keep while I'm doing this, you can fill everybody in on what we did today.
Yeah, sure. So today, Ethan and I, we went to the
Okay,
site and,
Sakiba, it
you were
looks like
saying we,
the fees have changed here. So I'm going to go ahead and preview here
okay,
again. The fee now is 70.6 sats per byte, and it's 0.00262985.
0.00262985.
Correct. And I'm going to sign everything right now. Okay, and it's going to load it all up into the ledger. Hopefully everybody's doing good this week. Hopefully everybody got their
Yeah.
last mints in or their fill of mints.
Yeah. We're pretty much going to the site every day, making sure that everything is up to standard. As Ethan said today, we installed the security cameras to make sure. I mean, the UAE is a very safe place, but we still wanted to do our due diligence and make
I
sure
just
that
like to, like instead of driving 35 minutes there, I just like to watch it on my computer screen. It's kind of relaxing.
yeah,
Even though
you're
there's
not.
no sound, but the sound
I'm,
is yeah. Okay,
I'm gonna have
one,
it play, playing 24/7 too. So.
three.
Yeah, and we also ensured that our PC and our internet is always connected to the UPS, so we'll have a backup in case of any power outage. I mean, it's grid power and rarely ever goes down, but you never know, like during a sandstorm or something like that. Um, we'll have some time for a backup. Let me see. Someone wrote here. Okay. So yeah, as Ethan is confirming the 41 transactions that are going out. Hopefully, you guys receive it, today or within a few minutes.
Before the end of the AMA.
Last time, yeah, before the end of the AMA, hopefully. Last time I know that, we kind of did like the standard fee and it wasn't confirmed in 24 hours, so we had to pay some extra fees out of pocket to make sure that you guys got your payments the next day. But yeah, hopefully everyone is doing great. And Ethan and I were talking about how this is kind of a bittersweet moment for us. Like we're in one way, we're happy that we're happy for the people that joined us and minted with us. On the other hand, we thought that that we would get more mints at the beginning of this project. But at the end of the day, we stayed realistic. We don't promise things that we can't deliver on. And I think that we've we've done everything that we've promised and more. We were supposed to start mining once Tranche 5 closed, but we found an opportunity for you guys. We got the site set up and ready, and we invited three members over to verify and to check everything and to install some miners with us as well. So the community was involved. You know, with the Mineopoly, and I really don't know any other project that's done that. So, Dark Lord says we need a phase two. Phase two is going to be. I mean, we really don't know if and when we're going to do a phase two. At this point, the market is shifting, and prices of miners are going to be changing here. I think very soon. So if we do a phase two, we'll have to be very careful about how we do our pricing. Um, During these five tranches, we were lucky that we were still at like the end of the bear market, where miner prices went up a little bit, but not to the point where it was out of bounds. So if we do a phase two, we'll have to be very careful about pricing each tranche, and we might have to take into account the current market price of miners for each and every tranche. But we're not sure if we're going to do a phase two yet, and we will keep you guys updated. But for those that have NFTs, you guys are the lucky ones. All right, I got a transaction ID, and I will populate the sheet with that transaction ID. Bitcoin
Yes.
Explorer.
I believe we can view this on the Block Explorer here.
Yeah, I'm going to do it on. I like Blockchair the most, to be honest, because it gives you like an ETA of when you can expect the transaction to be
Okay, let's take a
confirmed.
look at that when you have a chance. Give me the link, and I will do that. And we'll switch back over here
Yeah.
to Discord. Just send me that link, Sakib, and we'll try to get an idea. Should be
I
on the next
just
block.
shared it in the chat.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
says
Sakib, it'd be
16 minutes,
better
so
if
that's
you,
good.
you shared it with me in our company chat on the other screen, but
Okay,
that's
sure.
okay. That works.
There you go.
Okay, it's saying hopefully in 16 minutes. Okay, so go ahead and show you guys this. Um, Waiting for 06, so estimated time to one confirmation 16 minutes. So it should be the next two blocks or so.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah,
All right. I've
yeah.
got some exciting things to show you guys here. I'm going to pull this up as well. Let me go ahead and show you guys on the video screen. You won't be able to see it here in the AMA, or you will be able to see it in the recording. We've been working on the dashboard, and we're going to put together some data sets and statistics that are going on about the project, and that's what the homepage will go to. And then you'll have ability to renew your membership and also a members only area. I'm going to try to use the members only area. I'm going to try to connect my MetaMask wallet and see what happens here. Okay, that is not the members only. It's saying that it wants me to connect my wallet. Let me go back and I'm going to connect my wallet here. And I think I can do it through MetaMask. We'll try that. Unlock my MetaMask here.
I can share it for the I can share my screen for
Yeah,
the
if you
live
can do
viewers,
that.
if that.
Okay. And let's see
All right.
here. We've got, just need to confirm that that is the correct Ledger wallet because I think it's in the membership wallet. And we've got, and what is that? I don't believe I have the wallet connected on this device. Let us try, instead of MetaMask, let us try this All Wallets Connect object, and I'll put in Ledger and see if it'll let me connect through the Ledger Live.
Let me connect my MetaMask, but for your Ledger, it might. I'm not sure if it'll work or not.
Well, let's see
Hopefully it will.
here. Ledger Live. And it's going to say, we'll use the desktop version. It says Open Ledger Live, which it's already open on my desktop. And it's saying, oops, something went wrong. Let's try again. It's always. And it's giving me a 500 internal server error, so we'll have to figure out what's going on with that. See if you can connect. Do you have a membership, Sakib? On your
Well,
wallet?
I was able to connect my Bitcoin, my Ethereum wallet without a membership, but maybe he doesn't have that check in place
Well,
yet.
that's why I wanted to
But I
see
was
if the
able to.
members only area worked correctly or not.
Let me go into the members only. Yeah, it's just taking me to the membership D app.
Yeah, let's see here. Should be a way that I can add my wallet, but let's just connect with a generic wallet there and see what happens. Okay, it looks like it is connected. It looks like we have the ability to do our profile and edit our profile. So I'd like to encourage you guys to give this a try. We'll give you guys the link and start having you guys test it out. Give us your feedback and make adjustments as needed. But from this week on, you guys should be able to manage your own payouts without us having to pay you at the end of the week. Yes, please, we will give it a try. Good. I'm glad to see your enthusiasm and excitement about that. I'm going to go back here to the Discord. And let's go ahead and we will check on the transactions. And
I'm seeing 25 minutes now.
26 minutes is what I'm seeing.
Okay. So it's just Bitcoin FOMO going on right now.
Yeah, do we know what the price of Bitcoin is currently?
I believe it is, let me see here.
Usually I have that on my screen, but I've got
37,000.
37K.
37,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, what a little mini bull run. We don't expect this to last, folks. We think it's, in the November, December months tend to be the best months for Bitcoin historically, and then a correction comes.
Yeah.
And so we're expecting sometime in January, all of this will drop back down. This is not financial advice, but if you are a savvy trader, you're you may have the ability to get more Bitcoin if you were to sell, let's say sometime in January before the drop, and then buy back in after the drop, after the bottom of the
Yeah.
drop comes in. So, again, not financial advice, not telling you guys what to do, but one of the beautiful things about earning Bitcoin at production cost, it allows you to accumulate even more by following some market trends. And hopefully, again, I'm not going to predict any futures here, but hopefully if the drop is significant enough, you could increase your holdings by 20-30%. What do you think, Sakib?
Yeah. Usually, when we have a pump like this in wave one, right after the halvening, we'll have at least a 20-30% dip. So
Well, we think
you're
it's
a
going to
good
go
sense.
until January-ish, and then it's going to dip, and
Yeah,
then it's going to stay low through to the halvening, because the halvening is going
until
to be 3 months later, right?
right. So
And then
right
probably
after the
around
halvening,
June or July, it will start to pick up again. Okay, we do technical analysis from time to time. I'll go ahead and fire up the technical analysis screen. How about that? So you guys can see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna go ahead and fire up my trading view account. And we'll get a look at all the charts so you can see what I'm talking about. I'll go ahead and change this on the screen. Let's take a look here. You guys won't be able to see this, but perhaps Sakib can share his screen.
yeah, I've shared my screen with
Okay,
the Bitcoin chart.
as I've explained in um, some of our earlier AMAs, is that we follow Elliott wave theory, and Elliott wave theory postulates that markets move in a 5-wave pattern with 3 impulse waves up and 2 impulse waves down. So, Sakib, if you could kindly draw a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave pattern, with 1 starting at the bottom, and then
Yeah,
that first correction is 2. That's top of 1, and then 2. What do you have it on, like a weekly or?
I have it on a weekly. Yeah.
Okay, change it to a daily.
Okay.
Things become a little bit more obvious on the daily. Um,
All right.
right. So,
So
as you can see, for those of you following the AMA on YouTube, you can see that I've drawn out a 5-wave pattern here. And it looks, because of this breakout, that we do have confirmation that we are still in wave 3. As we were doing all this sideways movement, I said I was looking for, the correction to go below wave 2, and then that would let me know that we're in a different kind of pattern. But it does appear to me that we are in wave 3, and I'm actually going to move this just a bit. So what Elliott wave is showing me visually is that this bull run, or this bullish movement, will actually continue until the end of February, and then we will see the correction happen. So it will probably extend beyond the holiday season. No, Sakib, the
oh
first
yeah,
wave, that's the first
mhm.
wave is down. You're See that first dip, that big deep dive? That's wave 1 and 2.
Yep,
Go.
this one.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the top of wave
Okay.
1, and then the bottom is wave 2. And we are currently in wave 3.
So we're still
Yeah, we're still going up. Wave 3 is going to top out at like 47, is what I'm seeing. And it may happen a bit sooner. Sakib,
yeah,
your technical analysis skills
I
need
have a
some
result.
work, brother. You're drawing out of
Well,
the Elliott waves. But
Yeah, I'm not that good with Elliott waves. I just do support and
yeah,
resistance
support and
and,
resistance. So we can clearly see, and as drawn out on my chart, which is similar to Sakib's chart, that we're going to have a huge resistance around 47,000.
yeah,
That there's going to be a big resistance around 47,000, and we expect it to bounce off that resistance and then go down to the next support, which would be around 30,000. And then we expect it to stay
yeah,
around 30,000 until the weak hands wash out after the halvening because they won't be profitable. And then the big bull run will start.
yeah,
And this is Elliott wave theory. And it could go a little bit different. So what it could go is this would be top of wave three, and then it'll do another correction. And then maybe wave five will be truncated. Truncated means that it becomes short. And that will be the rejection. And then we will start an ABC correction. And I'll just kind of draw that out. Right here, we'll start an A, a B, and a C. Something along these lines. And again, you'll be able to see this much better once we get the video uploaded to YouTube. Hopefully you guys will take a look at it and take a look at my charts and see what I'm talking about in the correction. But currently, looking at the volume is increasing. And this is all in line with kind of the holiday season. Actually, you know what, Sakib? I wouldn't be too crazily surprised if we actually go back up to the 65K region and then correct. Visually, that's what I'm
yeah.
seeing as a possibility.
That's kind of what. I mean, I have my first resistance at 47K.
So you
We
think
have a
that'll be
lot
the
of
top
trading.
of wave three,
Yeah,
and then we'll do like a big drop down. You know, that could be a very distinct possibility, guys, is that we get something, and I'm just drawing it out on my screen here. Change that there. Get something like this, where the top of wave five actually goes up to 65K. That would be very interesting too, and that would give you a significant gains if you sold at the top of that and then bought back in at the bottom of the correction. That would be pretty
yeah,
substantial. But again, you know, these are all just possibilities. They're not financial advice or anything like that. So do your own research, do your own diligence. But I could see this as a very plausible, very possible outcome in the momentum and the direction that we're going. And it's all exciting. I just love being a nerd about this kind of stuff, and showing you guys and sharing with you guys all of the things that we love, that we're passionate about in the mining
yeah,
space. We had a stellar week of hashing this week. I shared with you guys screenshots and things of what was going on with the mining. It was just rock solid. Sakib, we did have one of our repaired miners come back, but at the same time, we had one of the miners we had to send off for repair. So it's kind of a zero sum game. um, I do expect the prices of miners to go up substantially, perhaps even double in the next upcoming months. What are your thoughts, Sakib?
yeah. I mean, if Bitcoin is at 60K, the
Yeah,
miners are definitely going to be a double. The dollar per T is definitely going to be 2x where we are right now, if not
or
more.
more. Yeah, or more. Yeah, so I'm just going to show this one more time here. This is a very plausible scenario that I see here is we're going to go up, we're going to test the resistance here at 47, 46K. We're going to bounce down, and then we have a possibility to break through and try to test a new all-time high. After that, we're going to get a nice deep correction, maybe something very similar to what we see here. But I don't think it's going to go down to those 18K levels again. I think it will bounce off of the 30K, and then we will begin the mother of all bull runs, the massive bull run up to the 450, 500, maybe even 600K region as a new all-time high. So hold on tight, guys, because that's when pandemonium is going to break loose. That's when we expect everybody and their mama, like, how can I get in on mining? How can I get to be a part of Mineopoly? And like, sorry, folks, the doors are closed. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of you
But
guys are, it's interesting to me that a lot of you guys are like, when are we going to open up phase two? Like, you still literally up until about 3 hours ago had an opportunity to be a part of phase one. What makes you guys so excited about phase two? What do you think is going to be so profoundly different, or um, like that you have to get in on phase two? Can anybody give an answer to that?
I just want to buy more NFTs, Dark Lord.
So it's to kind of get your NFT fix.
Yeah, I don't have more to put each month, so as I guess as he gets paid or as he earns more,
Hmm.
then he wants to continuously add more NFTs.
I can
It's like
kind
we're
of see
selling
that.
company.
I do want to stress though that from here on we will not be using the term NFT, non-fungible token. We'll be more focused
Yeah,
on what we're actually doing, which is a
see,
blockchain immutable contract. And it's a focus on a contract between you and a couple of guys that really know what they're doing and really love what they're doing and want to make sure that we deliver on what is promised to you.
yeah. I find it really interesting that your wave, your Elliott wave, coincides with the support and resistance lines that I have, like to the T, basically. I have one at 37, one at 47, and then again at 60, 65.
Well, obviously you've got to try to use them in tandem, right? You can't just use one method. You look for a preponderance of evidence, right? So multiple techniques, multiple strategies, all indicating the same places and the same things. And then from there you can make a pretty reasonable assumption that things will go in that direction, right? So you never just use one method, right? You use
Yeah,
multiple methods and you look for a preponderance of evidence coming together indicating what's going to happen. And yeah, I use Elliott wave theory in tandem with support and resistance. And okay, so it's a smarter cost averaging, smaller dollar cost averaging. um, I'm not sure what you're meaning by that statement there.
I think he's saying that it's smart to dollar cost average. I think dollar cost average works well when you're in the bear, but then when you're in the bull,
Yeah,
you kind
yeah,
of have
because
to.
things move at an exponent. They move at a parabolic. So yeah, it's kind of difficult to consider cost averaging. Well, like I said, there's there's so many different strategies, right?
There's no.
And there's a time and a place, I guess, for everything. And so, if you
Yeah,
use cost averaging in the right, if you do ladder buys and ladder sells and things like that, you can use them to your advantage. But again, it's finding the time and the place for it. But yeah, I expect, yeah, it would be really interesting if we did, try to test a new all-time high before the halvening. I think that would be very interesting, and I think that would cause a lot of madness in the market. In the last bull run, it was insane. It was literally like we wouldn't even talk to anybody unless they already sent money to us. It's like in the time we're talking, trying to negotiate a price, the price has already changed. So to even talk to us, like you need to send funds into the account, and then we can say right here, right now, this is what we can do, and you can say yes or no. And that was really stressful, and that was really insane, wasn't it, Sakib?
yeah, yeah,
But
it
imagine if
was.
it goes to
Uh,
400K. I mean,
oh my
that,
God, I
yeah,
can't
I
imagine.
don't. I'm just gonna be glad I'm mining.
Yeah,
I'm just
right.
going to be happy on mining if it goes to 400K because the insanity that is, and remember like all the people that just came out of nowhere. Like I'm a
Yeah,
Hollywood agent rep, and I'm going to sell you power now. And it's like, dude, I've never heard of you. Like, what power do you have to sell me? You know, like, what do you even know about the mining business? Well, I'm a successful Hollywood agent, so I know a
yeah,
lot of things. Okay, well, what do you know about the mining business? Remember that one guy who was like trying to sell us like 10 megawatts or something? And it's like, I
yeah,
researched him on LinkedIn and like he's never done anything involving mining ever a day in his life. And you get lots of those guys. I call them vultures. You know, people who are successful in other fields that think, you know, well, I'm successful in this, so I can be successful in anything. And it just doesn't work that way, folks. It doesn't work that way at all, especially in our industry. Reputation is everything. You have to be known. And even if you're known, you know, your reputation is constantly on the line. And we're seeing some issues that are happening right now with folks that are trying to mine in Paraguay. There's a lot of problems
yeah.
going on in that country right now. And we warned everybody who talked to us about mining in Paraguay. We warned them as clearly as we possibly could, saying, you know, hey, everybody paints this as some sort of heavenly dream because the place has, you know, oodles and oodles of power and it's supposed to be cheap. But the reality of that place is it is not ready for mining. The government, the corruption, and things like that, it's just not a stable, steady place to do Bitcoin mining in. And beyond that, they have a special rate for crypto mining, right? Which is like 5.6
Yeah.
cents all in, I believe. And it's
Yeah, you're
better.
gonna be brave for that.
Yeah, I mean it's better than 7 cents or higher, but it's not exceptional. It's not like super attractive. I mean, we have exceptionally low power rates. Now, our capex to get that power rate, it's a little on the high side. It's a little expensive, but you get what you pay for, right? You have to pay a little bit more
Right.
in your capital expense to get access to that super cheap power. And so it balances out, right? You know, the
Yeah.
capex it's a one-time expense. You know, think of it as your membership or your ticket in. And once it's paid, it's paid, it's paid, right? And then you have access for years and years and years of super cheap power. So it works out in my mind. It makes sense in my mind. Unfortunately, for a lot of other people,
Yeah, I
it
mean,
doesn't.
your cost of production, if you can get it as low as possible, I mean, that's really the best way to go because at the end of the day, you're spending electricity to mine Bitcoin, and the lower your electricity costs, the lower your fixed costs. If we
Okay,
can
it's saying
save
like if we
like
can
in two to
save
four,
like in 2 to 4 months the cost of a miner, can we buy a contract X number of NFTs and increase our miners? Dark Lord, I've been trying to explain this all day. The contract is finished. There is no more contract. Well, I mean the contract will forever be on the blockchain, but its ability to take action or move in action has now been stopped. It's been frozen in time. It's now just a picture of a contract. So Dark Lord is saying there's not a way to mint NFTs or something similar to represent our miners. Your your NFTs represent the contract, and that contract represents a hash rate that the miners produce, and also that once the miners are liquidated, a payment that you will get for whatever the miners are liquidated for.
90% of it. Yeah.
Yeah, so you get 90% of the liquidation of the miners, which is exceptional, guys. Um, I've had a lot of you guys that are really smart that have, really buckled down and studied other projects and studied our project hard. And the difference is clear. It's night and day. We have an end-to-end plan for everything, whereas the other projects are, they're just kind of pulling things out of thin air, like, we're gonna do it from the treasury, or we're gonna hope and dream. that things will happen the way we want them to happen, and everything will be okay. It's not, mining is not that simple. It's simple, but it's not that simple. It's not to where you can just zippity doo dah and answer. You really have to have experience and know what you're doing to create a solution. No,
Good.
there is no
No.
way to buy terahash power from Monopoly anymore. That ended about 3 hours ago. Let's take a look here, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and change the screen, and take a look at the stats here. Let's get rid of that. So right now the website is shut down. Well, it's not shut down. It still loads in the page load, but the ability to do anything from the website has been disabled. And we're soon going to be replacing the website with the Mineopoly dashboard. And I'll go ahead and show that again in the video. Very excited to bring that online for you guys. But yeah, so what were the stats? Somebody gave us the stats that we sold how many NFTs per tranche. I think it was,
Here,
or it
so
was
crypto.
crypto. Yeah, it was crypto antiquity. Thank you so much for doing that, crypto antiquity. I'm going to go ahead and bring this back up here. So tranche one was our most successful tranche. We sold 182 NFTs. Tranche two was, I wouldn't say bad, but it was kind of mediocre. Tranche three was the most mediocre, which was kind of surprising. And then I predicted early on that tranche four and tranche five would be the most, insane, like everybody trying to crowd in line. But I think, each tranche did over 100 mints, which I think is very good. I think is fantastic. With tranche five totaling 120 mints, which I think is also really great, and a total of 68 members. Now, keep in mind, guys, that just because you don't have any mining NFTs minted, you can still become a member and still have access to membership privileges. You won't have any access to payouts because, again, you don't have any mining NFTs working on your behalf. But, if we decide to do another situation where we fly members here to Dubai and kind of give them an all expense paid trip or whatever, membership would give you access to that, to be a part of those kind of things. But all in all, we did a total of 620 mints. And what did that tally to, Sakib, all in all, in terms of megawatts? That was like maybe 350, like a third of a megawatt.
620. So that's about 9,300 divided by 118. Say about 78 times, yeah, 3,500. That's about 273 kilowatts.
Okay, so a little over a quarter of a megawatt, which honestly, guys, I was hoping that we would get to the half megawatt minimum, but I can't complain. I can't complain at all. I think
Yeah,
everybody who got in on this project, they got in with their eyes wide open. They got in as informed and knowledgeable, and they made their decision based off of that. They didn't make it off of hopes and dreams or just hype or anything like that. They were educated buyers. They came in and educated themselves, and they made a calculated decision. And we hope to deliver in spades on that calculated decision. We've got a solid business plan. We've got solid operations. That's worked. Our strategy has worked for us for years and years. It's been, tested multiple times, and we're glad to be able to share that with you guys.
exactly. I mean, when we first started this project, we wanted to bring mining back to the hobby miners, the home miners, and I think we've been successful in that because no other project, I mean, I don't really know anywhere else you can get 2 cents per kilowatt hour
No,
power
no, you
rates.
can't even get close to that. Can't even close to that.
Yeah,
But
without
yeah, that being
a
said,
lot of
um, This week, I was going to kind of go over some other projects. I'd like to push that until next week when hopefully we will be launching, or sometime next week, we'll be launching our dashboard and making it official. And we'll go over the use of the dashboard and how the dashboard works, hopefully in next week's AMA. So if
Yeah.
you guys have any suggestions for projects you would like me or Sakib to look at and evaluate, please feel free to write them down in the town hall chat here. And we'll be happy to take a look and give you our thoughts, our 2 cents on it. I think I did one AMA where I did that and kind of just briefly evaluated everything and gave you at least my gut feeling of, what the probability of their success is. And I also told you guys about critical things to look for in a mining project, some things that should be there, that should be obvious, that should be transparent. And if you don't see those things, watch out. Be careful.
And we'll do a fundamental analysis and a technical analysis on the projects you guys want us to cover.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just
For those of you that, let's say you win the lottery tomorrow and you do want to get a megawatt worth of the cheap power that we have over here in the UAE, we do offer mining as a service. That is still a service that we offer with our other company, A6Z, and we can still acquire a megawatt worth of power for you here in this area and get you up in mining. It is not, like I said, the cheapest capital expense, but I think you get what you pay for in life, right?
yeah.
BMWs are not the cheapest cars. They're maybe not even the most reliable cars, but they do have some of the most powerful engines that you can get for the money. All right. My BMW, M Competition X5, that thing roared at like 700 horsepower. And Sakib, when you had what was it, your Porsche? It was a Cayenne? No, it wasn't a Cayenne. It was what?
Cayenne, yeah.
It was a Cayenne,
Cayenne
yeah.
Turbo.
Cayenne Turbo, right? Remember that time we raced?
Yeah.
All you saw was my taillights.
I had 500 horsepower versus your 700, so I couldn't
Right.
keep up.
Yeah, I mean, those cars are beasts. So if we buy mass, we'll be able to sell the miners. Yeah, absolutely. As a matter of fact, that's part of our contract when you sign up for mass, is that we get first opportunity to sell your miners for you. Let's see, I need one M4 before electric cars. Yeah, I'm still on the fence. I know I'm going to go the electric route
Electric.
eventually, but I still think I want the technology to come a bit
Well,
further along, especially the battery technology. Right now, everything else
I was just,
is, yeah, definitely impressive to me, but the batteries just aren't there yet.
yeah, the batteries, the long range, and also, the sound of the engine. I'm gonna miss that when we eventually have it going.
Well, they actually have like an app that you can install on your Tesla that will play like engine sounds through your speakers when you accelerate and whatnot. Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
that,
Well, even modern day cars with engines, like, they'll find like speakers and stuff in the Fords, to make the Mustang sound like it's got more growl than what it actually does on the outside. So it sounds better on the inside than it does on the outside.
the
Um, let's
what's the
see.
minimum capital you start a max?
At the moment, of course, it's about $499,000, and that's for a half a megawatt. Or wait a minute, no, 499,000 is for a full megawatt. For a half a
Full
megawatt, it's
megawatt,
about
correct?
280,000.
Yeah, 285, I believe.
Yeah. For a half a megawatt, $280,000 US. Yes. He's like, I've got that.
That's without
That's without
without mine.
miners. Yeah, we're
Okay.
we're no longer quoting miners in our, yeah, maybe in some years. I like that. We're no longer quoting miners in our mining as a service because we see a lot of volatility in the mining market or the miner market prices. and we don't want to get like shoehorned into, like this is how much you said it would cost. Well, that was 6 months ago. Now the prices are different. Prices have changed. Let's see. Yeah, maybe in some years. Yeah, you could win the lottery tomorrow. Who knows, right? Nobody knows the future. And
Or Bitcoin.
yeah.
I think you have a better chance with Bitcoin going to 400,000, and you might be able to make a lot of money from Monopoly. So
Well, I'll be really happy if everybody at least 10x's, right? At the bare minimum, so if you bought an NFT today, when all is said and done, you were able to 10x that by the end of this project. And I've kind of set that as the lowest bar threshold that I want this project to make. Now, obviously, if we can 20x it, we'll 20x it. But I think, yeah, 10x is very, very, very achievable with this project. And I'm going to make that the minimal standard. If I 10x my investment, I kiss you. Please, yeah, I don't swing that way. I appreciate it, but that's I pitch for the other team.
unless
Yeah,
unless Dark Lord is a girl,
right. So are you feeling we will still be profitable with the lower amount of miners? Crikey. So much for me to learn. Whole different ballgame. 10x is actually awesome. Yeah, I think 10x should be the bare minimum. I think once we get to a 10x level, that's when we're going to start talking about liquidation, and what that's going to entail, and how that's going to 10x, and then we'll just see. We'll see as how far the top can take us. If it can take us to 20, we'll go to 20.
Exactly.
All right, guys. I love your questions. Love the energy that I saw today. Like literally every time I was looking at my phone, I was like, somebody minted another one.
Yeah.
I was blowing my mind. I think, Saki, we anticipated 15 miners
Yeah.
for the from 467 until now, and in reality we got 20. We got all the way up to 20 miners. So definitely, you guys blew my expectations away. I hope to do the same thing for you guys. And I think we're going to wrap things up. And one last thing I wanted to say. We will be closing down this Mineopoly channel, and we will be asking everybody who has a membership to please migrate over to our other channel. You can reach out to Sakib, and I don't think they need to show proof of membership because I think we already have almost everybody documented.
I have the Discord usernames of all the
Okay.
members.
So it appears that total we had how many? 68 memberships.
Yeah, 68.
So 68 memberships and more than 300 people in this channel. So that tells me that there's just 300 people. Well, I don't want to say 300 people. Let's see. 300 minus 68. What does that number come to? Sakib? My math is off. Like 232 people. Right. So there are 232 people that I don't know why they joined this channel. I don't know what they've been doing. They haven't really conversed. They haven't really do it. I don't know if they're bots or anything like that, but we're going to kick out the fluff and only have people who are genuine to the project moving forward. So probably won't be doing the housekeeping today, but within the next 24 to 48 hours, if you come to the Mineopoly site and you see that it's kind of crickets and there's not many people here, don't be surprised. It just means that we've cleaned house off of this channel, and you're more than welcome to join our other channel. Just reach out to Sakib and he will give you the link to join that channel. And then from there, we'll probably talk about strategies of what we're going to do in the future, and maybe some future projects that we're possibly considering. I do want to say one other thing. For those of you who would love the Mineopoly project to continue on, there is one of you, I'm not going to name any names, but a member of the Mineopoly project that wants to create their own project kind of mirrored in the image of what we did with Mineopoly. And if that is something that you guys would really be interested in, please keep talking about it in the free parking, and let them know that this is something you want to continue on, and we'll be happy to work with this member, to kind of work with him behind the scenes to make sure that things are you know correctly done, and done up to our standards, and hopefully it'll be a success. I don't know, but I do also want to say, just in closing, I'm so grateful to get to know all of you, so grateful to just share this experience with you guys. It's been a phenomenal journey for me. All the rhetoric and the trolls aside, it's been a phenomenal journey for me, and I am definitely grateful that we did this. All right.
Yeah.
So with that
Thank
being
you to
said,
everyone.
yeah, Sakib, I'll let you say your closing words, and then we'll sign off.
Well, I just wanted to let you guys know that it's been an honor for Ethan and I
Likewise.
to be, yeah, I mean, to come this far. We are at the end of all the tranches, and from now on, it's just going to be Bitcoin mining. So I want to see all the conversations about Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining, and no more NFTs,
Yes.
right? From
let's
now
let's
on,
keep it
it's going to
strictly
be about
mining
Bitcoin.
from here on.
All right, guys. Wish you all a wonderful weekend. Be safe, be happy, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
See you guys next week. Take care. Bye.